All right, so I'm back again. Um, I have done nothing in the past week. It has been cold and raining, and the holidays are over, so I have to go back to work. Um, but it is Friday, the weekend is nigh, and we're gonna get some stuff done in this. Um, so yeah, like I said in the last video, first step is just pulling everything out. We're gonna be cutting all the engine mounts out. Do a bit of redesigning on that. There's not a whole lot of options I have there. There's not a whole lot of space to work with. But we'll get it figured out. And yeah, then we're going to be, I haven't decided yet. I may tear it all the way down to the frame and repaint everything. Just make sure that's all nice and spick and span. But to be honest, I'll probably get excited and want to put it back together and drive it. But I'll try to do it right. I'll try to refrain from, jumping the gun. But yeah, so here it is in its current state, same as last time you saw it, with the back tire that is bent out of line with everything and muddy because yeah. But I have a few plans. All right, so I got the Zuma engine pulled out, and yeah, so they are frame and engine are separated. So now this is just a spree, no more Spruma for now. But yeah, these engine mounts are a lot worse than I thought. So, well, first of all, as you can see, that is not, sorry, it's not square. Should be, square with the rest of the body. It's pretty obviously not. Yeah, as you can see, it's way bad. I mean, it was all gonna come out anyways, but yeah. I guess taking the engine off, it kind of released all that tension and let it be where it wanted to be, which is not good. But yeah, so all right, so I'm giving up. Yeah. I'm not redoing those mounts. It's not happening. They're just, I don't like the way they're done. It'll be a nightmare to try and fix them and do them how I would like them to be done. And yeah, it'll just be a pain. So this is what we got here. This is my 1984 Honda Spree. This is what got me to and from class in college, and also the reason I missed a lot of classes in college because it did not like to start. But so the engine on here, I put in a new cylinder, or not a new cylinder, a new piston, and it's kind of run not great since then. It didn't really run great to begin with, but yeah, so I mean, it's not really worth anything. I've done enough damage on it. And so, yeah, I think I'm just going to take what I learned from these mounts here and start fresh on this frame here. And then all will be well. And I'll also only have one scooter to deal with instead of two of these nightmares. Um, Ignore this exhaust. Me and my buddy, whenever we were in college, this was an Iowa edition, so it had the super restrictive exhaust. Yeah, we pulled that off, and yeah, that's gone. But then we bought this $30 kids muffler exhaust and retrofitted it onto the Spree, and it sounds awful, but gave me like 5 miles an hour on this thing. But anyways, besides the point, yeah, our neighbors in college really just could not stand us because we did all of that on our front porch, like 10 feet away from the door. But anyways, yeah, so I'm probably just going to tear this apart, take the good parts off this, the good parts off that, combine them together. Ta-da, perfect, beautiful Spruma. So as y'all just saw, I just reduced 2 mopeds into 1 pile of parts, and we are now at the visualizing and designing stage here. So I got it kind of blocked up with the panels just kind of hanging out there, kind of seeing what it's going to look like and kind of how much stretch I want. The front fender, that's ugly. It's going to go. I got a plan for the front end, but so take that off. So one of the things I would like to have the least amount of stretch as possible, but getting to this spark plug was an issue with the way it was mounted on that one over there. So I'm getting it pretty much as close as I can and still be able to get a ratchet with the spark plug socket on it. And I mean, that's about as close as we're gonna get there. And also I would like, so as you can see, my spark plug boot is just destroyed, and that was because the spark plug here was so close to the frame that I would have to kind of wedge it on there and smash it on there, and that took its toll, as you can see. But if I have it this distance away here, it kind of works out perfectly for cable management and reasons as well. I can have my ignition coil mounted over here somewhere and have the wire running down there and kind of out of the way, which I really like that, and definitely prefer that over the other way we had it. But yeah, I have a rear shock coming in, and so once that's in, then I can finalize where I'm gonna have the back mount for the rear shock, because I got a 280 millimeter shock. What was on it, I think the sprees are 250 or 250-ish, and so with that longer shock, I want to make sure we got everything where it's going to be. As far as mounting goes, I'm probably going to do somewhat of the same geometry as what we got going on here, but instead of that flat bar, I mean, this is just a piece I had on hand, but this is 3/4 inch square tubing. I'll probably go get some more of this and make my mounts out of that. That way we get some kind of torsion or side load strength, whatever you want to call it. But so yeah, I mean, we kind of have the same geometry. We're gonna have one there, just kind of struts going on, and then some of this 3/4 inch tubing that I use to make that there frame support. I think I'm gonna have that as my I don't know, whatever you want to call it, parallel to my engine axle pivot mount deal. And as you can see, this is a very big upgrade to the existing deal. Also, these tabs, I'm not entirely sure how we're gonna do that, but I'm gonna do it better than these for sure. But I'm also thinking about doing the kind of the same strategy as this guy did here with the piece of round, and just drilling a hole all the way through the frame there and getting a piece of round and welding onto that as well as the frame. That'll give me more, more meat to weld on. I'm not the rear shock geometry. I don't really like how this sticks out so far. I might play with options on building a kind of a bracket that, I don't know, somehow gets it not 6 inches away from the frame, but it may end up having to be like that, but we shall see. But it's coming along, and the kind of visualizations, it's getting there. I think I got a vision. I don't know if that's final yet, but yeah, waiting on a few parts, and then the vision will really come together, and we'll see if it's gonna look at all decent for a Spruma. But yeah.